What's up, guys? This is SNMC Comics. Alright, today I'm going to be talking about 10 modern books that you should have in your collection. Um, there's going to be a lot of books that you should have in your collection, but definitely, these are the books that I have. So why not show you something I have that you should have in your collection? You don't have to have it, but you should. Alright. A lot of people is gonna hate this video. Like, gee, why you go ahead and tell people what they need to have? But the reason for this is it's a modern key issue that is canon in their universe, in their continuity. There's gonna be a point where they already are in MCU, or going to be in MCU, or going to have a live action TV series, or their own movie, right? I believe this character, you probably won't disagree, all right? I just want to show you some of the books that I got at the same time as I'm doing this video. Yeah, it's a bit of a show off, but I think you agree that these are books that maybe you can still attain, still have a lot of meat on the bones, and has a significant potential for more growth, and it is right now. All right, so there is not going to be any specific in order. I'm just going to show you the top 10 modern books that you should have in your collection, which I have. All right, that's the bottom line, which I have. I don't want to do this pop-up thing and so and so. So why not just show you books that I already have? So first one is Darth Vader, number 3, first appearance of Dr. Aphra. There is an autograph of cover A. I believe there's also a fourth or fifth print of that. I think the fifth print is the very low print run, so everybody's after that. But I love this cover, and I love Dr. Aphra. I read it when her first issue came out, and just like the character. It's a mashup of Indiana Jones at the same time. You have Han Solo, type of don't care kind of ordeal character. So, yeah, this is covered down by Salvatore La Rocca. This is one of the 25 incentive variant. It is, yes, it is high at this moment, but definitely the way the Star Wars universe are going in Disney Plus, guarantee that she'll probably make it in one of the Mandalorians, if not Clone War or whatever it is. All right. Um, okay, so that's one. Um, this book, if they're ever gonna make, well, I should say this title, if ever gonna make it into a live action, it's gonna be pretty much 80% has to be uh, special effect. All right. Um, After 2 years hiatus, they finally came back with issue. I believe it was issue 55. But Saga #1. If you have not read it, go grab trade paperback, and you'll be just blown away. I was very fortunate that I was able to get a first print. There is an RRP. There's a second, third, fourth. I believe there's also a fifth print of this. So pick and choose what you want, but definitely um, hope hoping that we'll make a TV series, probably Netflix or something. If they do like a trilogy of this in a movie, that'll be dope. That'll be really dope. So yeah, so Saga #1 will be a definitely modern key book that you would like to have or want to sought after, and to have it in your collection. All right. This character is cosmic character. It's a modern, but definitely something that I have believe in this character from. But anyway, is Marvel Point One first appearance of Sam Alexander, the new Nova, not Dick Ryder, but Sam Alexander. I believe this is one out of 25, if not one out of 50 incentive variant. One out of 100. There is a sketch variant of this, black and white. really sought after. But yeah, if you believe in character, yeah, why not, right? Marvel Point One, okay. Sam Alexander. This doesn't go as much, but once they introduce Nova into the MCU, it's still yet, I'm sure it's going to be a Dick Rider, Richard. But if they're going to go along with the new Avengers or things like that, then probably Sam will be the character they might want to introduce, and the Disney Plus as well too. So yeah. Um, I'm sure this titles we already seen it with Tom Holland. I think the way that it portrays that character is part of the ultimate title. But whatever, I just love this. It is one of the greatest tandem from writer to artist. They did about 100 and I believe in 150 or 160 issues together with Brian Brian Mike Brian Michael Bendis along with Mark Bagley and Ultimate Spider-Man #1. This is one of the 100 incentive variant, but just it's a great read. It's another version of Peter Parker, and later at the end of the issue, he dies, and of course, Miles Morales becomes the new Spider-Man. But if you have not read this, grab the paperback and read it. It's a phenomenal read. I think Bendis did some really great writing with Marvel, with Guardians of the Galaxy, with Ultimates, and I believe he also did New Avengers. So it can be hit and miss, but Bendis, like I said, it's a slow burn, but it pays off at the end. That's in my opinion. But yeah, great book. One of the key issues that you want to have in your collection. There is a cover A, and there's a cover. There's this, and there's also Dynamic Force. So pick and choose, guys. Okay. Just before you criticize or this video, just saying this is my opinion of the books that I have that you should have in your collection when it comes to modern keys. Okay. I think I clarified that. All right. So the next one will be, of course, no other than Spawn. There is a newsstand version of this as well too, and there's an error where the black is pretty much not there, but yeah. So Spawn. Todd father has a huge future when it comes to Spawn universe. So this is his first appearance. There's a lot of previews, there's a lot of advertisement that people are hyping up, but definitely this is the book that you want to get when it comes to Spawn. It's a great read. You get his wife thought that he was dead, but she was dead. As he cheated, she marries with his best friend, and but at the same time she has her daughter or something like that. It was decades that I read that book, and I still remember about the wife moved on and marrying his best friend, which is the one that freaking betrayed him in the beginning. Anyway, next book is he is one character that can do a lot of the things that no other. So he's like a Harley Quinn of Marvel Universe, all right, but kick ass at the same time. All right, New Mutant '98, first appearance of Deadpool. Definitely a character that you want to grab because he has a huge future in the MCU. When he will appear, we don't know, but definitely is in production, or they're probably having some issues where they want to put him in, but definitely a book to have for modern key. Alright, so first Deadpool, New Mutant '98. I don't need to say that. Alright. The second book that the next book that I want to show you is I'm not even counting. I'm just going to show you books that I have in my collection that you should have in your collection. All right, the next book is this character has not been introduced yet, but you already saw Venom, you already saw Carnage. Wanna do an anti-Venom, right? This is the second printing variant, Amazing Spider-Man 569. You might wanna look into this character. All right, this is when Eddie Brock has a cancer, and just somehow anti-Venom took over because Eddie Brock was no longer Venom, which was given to Flash Thompson, became Agent Venom or something like that, and yeah, so anti-Venom cured his cancer, and he does a lot of good deeds, I guess. It's like an anti-hero kind of thing, like how Venom was anyway. But yeah, this is it. ASM 569, first appearance of anti-Venom. All right. The next book. Oh wow, look at that. All right, we talked about Ultimate. This is Ultimate Fallout number 4. There's also first print, which second print, and there's also second print with Sarah Pacelli cover. So, but this, like I said, this is pretty much out of hand as you speak. And if he does get introduced to MCU, this is going to be a point where this is going to be a modern Grail. It's already hit 10,000 already. So if you stick and grab a cover A or cover B, I mean, or second printing variant, go grab it. I mean, that has so many bones left on that. Miles Morales is gonna be the new Spider-Man. Like it or not, man. And I believed in this character 6 years ago when I first started collecting, and I still do till this day. And it just somehow that I'm glad that he panned out the way he did, and very super happy about this. So look, that should be the book that you should have in your collection or in for modern day key. All right. Next one is Laura Kenny, NYX number 3. First appearance of Laura Kenny, later becomes X-23, later to become the all-new Wolverine. So it's a very dark read. I think this was a 7-issue miniseries, cover done by Middleton. And I think the story done by Joe Quesada. Yeah, Joe Quesada story. Super dark. It's kind of sad in a way. But just read it. If you haven't read this, go pick up a trade, guys, and just read the book and kind of realize what the origin of Laura Kenny is. All right, guys, and before you start picking it up. Yeah, that's right. Understand the whole origin of this first appearance characters before you go and jump on it, and because it might not resonate with you, regardless what the monetary value is. I mean, the books that I've shown already have some significant monetary value, but choose and pick and choose the characters that kind of talks to you in a way that you go about your everyday life. And Spider-Man, Peter Parker, Miles Morales, and and some of the characters it sees here, that just somehow it makes sense to me, and that's why I like these characters, and I guess this is the reason why I'm showing you this book and telling you that these are the modern key books that you would like to have in your collection. All right, there's also ASM 300, first full appearance of Venom. I can kind of see the jealousies and hate of Peter Parker of what he has done during during I don't know. Like I said, go read it. I'm sure you understand it why. And the last book that I want to show you is Spider-Gwen, Edge of Spider-Verse, issue number 2, first appearance of Spider-Gwen, Gwen Stacy, Spider-Woman, whatever. This is a first print. There's also second print, third print, fourth print. I believe there's also fifth print on this, and there's also that one of the 25 Greg Land, and there's some other store variants that you could pick up. But whatever you do, just remember Edge of Spider-Verse #2. All right, reprint or what? Um, but definitely, I always believe in incentive variants on the first print, incentive variant or the first print of that book. Um, of course, I also picked up the third print as well too. That's specific. Let me show you. Yeah, so I already picked this up. The reason why is there's like 5 printing of this. Also, there's also an error where that purple is black. That's really sought after. It's a printing error. All right, but I just had to get this because it's different from the other reprints they have done. Right, I believe this is the third print. Yeah, third print. So those are the characters on the modern days books that you should really think about having it in your collection. So that's my version of it. I think Alex the Comic Hoarder will do one as well if has not done so. This is where I got my idea. So shout out to Alex the Comic Hoarder, the father of well, he's actually the father. He's a preacher. So God bless him. We miss you guys. We miss you, Alex. Hopefully one day you'll make him into my live show one night. Anyway, so that's pretty much it, guys. So definitely these are the books. This is a grail. This has a future, right? Right. She probably came out in the Fox version of Wolverine, but I think MCU will do a little bit more justice when it comes to the character. You know, she's already in the Sony animated series, but imagine if she becomes a live action and somehow crossover with MCU. You know, this, you know, we already saw a version of this already, but imagine what the MCU can do. Along with that, we already seen the animated, the live action in 1990. I believe it was was it late 1990s or early 2000s? Anyway, there was an action. It was not bad. It was good at the time, but we saw it. It was bad. But anyway, that's pretty much it. So those are the books that you should. Those are the books that I have in my collection that you should also think about getting it when it comes to modern day key books that you should have in your collection or should think about having it in your collection. All right. Until next time, guys. Aloha, mahalos, and shoot.